Hey you guys, it's Stella's Knife Obsession. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm doing 10 random knives for freak's sake. Let's get into it. Alright, I'm gonna start with two brands that I'm not very impressed with. So CMB Blaze, that's what this is. This is my first ever knife by them, and so far it's just I feel like it's not there with this company. I think they need to possibly just try it a little harder because the it's loose. The front flipper, I mean, it's loose. Like when you disengage the lock bar, and but it's weird because it's pretty sturdy. There's a little bit of back and forth, but not much to really speak of. But when it's like this, you can you can even hear it. It's crazy. Like there's something that's just not tight enough in there. Maybe there's a hole that was bored out too large, something like that. The the action is nice though. It feels nice. It's a small knife. The micarta is pretty nice. I like it a lot. I hate the clip. I think it's uh, ugly and slightly obtrusive. But it works for what it's worth. It works, you know. It's got fine. The flex is fine, you know. It's not like it's just whatever. And then you have this front flipper here, which these two do not work in unison. This, if you want it to be a front flipper, then have it be a front flipper. But this thing is so hard to front flip, it's ridiculous. So you're either going to catch this on your other finger when you're trying to front flip it, and then you try to move it down. You have to move this finger down, and you're trying, and then you do it, and this is what happens to your thumb. Like that's from front flipping it. That's just from today. So I mean, this design in and of itself needs help. I don't know. I can't speak to the rest of the designs in their series or whatever. So that's the CMB Blaze. I like the overall look of the knife though. It's nice. It just needs work. That's all. No big deal. I mean, it's a budget knife. What are you gonna do? So, next we're gonna do the Miguron Acree, and this one is quite good looking. I find that a lot of oh, that is one thing I did like about this is they did crown the spine. I think that that is a very classy thing to do to a knife, especially a very small pocket knife. So I think that really adds to the aesthetics of this knife and gives it an additional little appeal to me. So I did want to mention that. This one also has a crown spine, and I am such a sucker for that. I didn't know I was, but it's just the lines on this knife flow so beautifully that I just if they threw some titanium scales on there, this thing would rock the house. I mean, they might have a titanium version. I don't know. This is G10, but I think this G10 is beautiful, and I never go for this color unless that's all they have left and I really want it. I actually wanted this color, and I think it's beautiful. So I I'm in love with the looks of this knife. It's actually relatively heavy though, which is weird because it doesn't look like it would be that heavy. But this is a pretty large knife. It's good size. I can't front flip it like doing the pull over or reach around, whatever you guys want to call it. But the only thing with Miguron, this is my second knife with them, and the other knife had the same problem. The blade does not come sharp at all, and I'm in the process of. I just started trying to give it a new edge, so but it's not sharp at all. So that's the only thing, and that's been consistent. I sold my other Miguron. It was also a front flipper. It was a very classy, slender knife. Very slender. I can't remember the name of it. Um, it reminded me of the CEO. It's kind of in the lines of those types of knives. I love this pocket clip. The basically this knife will be perfect when I put an edge on it. So they could have put a little more clearance here. Like there's no, they didn't. I guess they just didn't want to mess with the lines. I do understand that because this thing is just beautiful. It's very pretty. So the liner is very easy to disengage though. So at least there's that, you know. And it's very easy to uh, use this as a front flipper. So if you're getting familiar with front flippers, this is a good one to get. Just know that you're probably going to have to sharpen it because none of them have come sharp for me so far. So it is what it is, man. And yeah. But I do love the fact that they use all T8s. It's awesome. Very cool knife. Very sturdy blade too. So I love it. Just didn't come sharp. That was my only thing with that. So, and then we have a couple from, I'll do two at a time. This one is the Sencut Acumen. I think it's the Acumen. I like this a lot. I got this from Jake from Ohio State. This is the Kubi. I'll have to get the name of that as well. Wow. I am so crappy, you guys. I can't remember names. I'm sorry. But anyway, this has this beautiful forward finger choil that's awesome. It has a flipper delete that I did not know until Jake from Ohio State told me he did it. So this was actually a front flipper, and it does work so nicely as you know, using the slit in the blade, that I can totally understand why he did the flipper delete on this. This thing, he thinks he didn't do a very good job, but I think it's near perfect. This is like 99%, you know. You can't get much better than that. Only 1%, you know. But I like this. This has great ergos. That's another thing with the, I didn't mention about this. The ergos are phenomenal. They're great. You do feel the clip in the hand a little bit though. But, so anyway, the ergos on this are very good as well. I like the fact that there's a palm swell, or it's like angular here. I do like that, because for larger hands, this right here is going to be a pinky rest for some of you maybe out there. I don't have huge hands, so this is kind of perfect for me right here, but I tend to choke up, so this is a great grip for me. Kubi just rocks. I love them. You know, I feel like any Kubi is gonna be good. So I almost have a clear vision in my mind before I even get it in my hand that it's gonna be a certain way. And that's the thing about Kubi. They have improved so freaking much that you know what to expect when you get it, and it is what you expected. I like that a lot. Now, when I expect that from other, this is a, you know, this is a $30 knife or something like that. I don't know. I'm expecting that from these other knives, and I don't get that. It just doesn't come through. It doesn't translate. When I get a Kubi, I know it's going to be sharp, and I know the action's going to be amazing. Not every ergos are the same for everybody's hands, so the ergos may vary, but I have yet to have crappy ergos on a Kubi, so I'm just saying. But that freaking action is ridiculous for G10, D2. I mean, it's like, oh my god, it's ridiculous. It's so good, you guys. But yeah, I love this thing. He dyed the scales. Oh, I got a little cotton or something on there. It's weird. He dyed the scales. I think they were like yellow or something. So I really like it blacked out. I think it looks so slick. But yeah, so that's the Kubi. I will find the name. And then the Acumen. I love this, man. Cevidi really knocks it out of the park with this this Suncut brand. Hold on, let me get a drink. All right, sorry. So the Suncut, this has a flipper delete as well, and look how good Jake from Ohio State does this. That's freaking amazing. I mean, it's just really good. But this also has very good ergos. Not as good as the Kubi does, but still, it's great. I don't think that this would be like perfect for a large hand. But medium to small hands, I think this is perfect for. This is the handle. It just see, it's weird because I love this knife so much. It's one of my new favorite budgets. Sencut is going to be one that I really want to get into. I am really, really looking forward to testing out some more of their stuff. He dyed the handle on these too as well. This I also got from Jake from Ohio State. So, but yeah, the blade and the blade to handle ratio is excellent. But when the blade is open, the blade to handle ratio is odd. I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that, but it's almost like it's like having a little bit too much weight on the other end of a teeter-totter. If you guys even know what a teeter-totter is. Yeah. It's just a little awkwardness with that. But this thing rockets. I love the deployment. Using the whole deployment, it's just a fidget king. Right along with this Kubi. They're both, I love them. I mean, I was just realizing how this has that slightly awkward kind of feel to it, like the top, like top heavy, you know. So it's just a little top heavy. It's not even a big deal. I'm just mentioning it. This is another one I got from Jake from Ohio State with a flipper delete. This one is absolutely perfect. I love it. He did a great job. I love the scoria without the flipper. It's just beautiful. I mean, the lines on this are fantastic. So here's the other one without the flipper delete. This is the one I bought to begin with. And then when I saw that they came out with this one, I was like, oh, I really want that one. So when I saw that he had it, I was like, yes, that's awesome. The flipper delete makes it a whole new knife. It is perfect with the flipper delete. Oh my gosh, you guys. Because you don't have that little weird thing to get in your way. Like the flipper, if you're a thumb stud kind of person, the flipper gets in the way. So it's just, if you have the scoria, you probably most likely use the flipper tab mostly, I would say. But it's just because it kind of gets in the way. But I still love it. I don't care, but I do want to get this flipper delete. Now that I have this one with the flipper delete, oh man, and then the color. Oh, the colorway on this is so pretty, so pretty. Just silver and black, so simple, great lines, beautiful knife, just gorgeous and really great smooth action. Feels great in the hand, great forward finger choil, not huge, but I think that many people will be able to use it. So definitely recommend it. So that is the scoria. What's next? Oh, this one just came in recently, and I figured I'd bring this one out too, just because. But I put Hawaii Knife and Gears scales on this. They're very nice, very comfortable. It feels like, what do you call it? A little luxurious in my hand now. It really does. It's funny. I never thought it was going to make a big difference at all, but it feels very nice. I like that. So. I love the choils. The tepe choil is amazing. I'm a really, really big fan of tepe. Tepe designs are always numbered. I love that. That's one thing that I think is cool. So this one is number 223. And then this is the Shockwave, I believe. But there's a titanium version of this that I want so bad. I'd be willing to trade a lot for the titanium version of that. And then you have this one, which is the 180. And this is number 101. Let's see if I can get that on there. Yeah, cool. So the only thing I found with this one is it's you would be able to do the reach around if there were a little bit more jimping right here. Just maybe even a little closer together, because this jimping is kind of... it's not that grabby. Also, there's horrible lock stick on this one, but that's easy fix, you know. You just get a little bit of graphite and, you know, Sometimes it just takes you playing with it. But I love the shape of this blade. It's kind of like, it's straight right here, so it's kind of like a curved Tonto, you know? Almost a straight back, almost a drop point. Got a swedge right here. I mean, it's very nice, very nicely designed. I love how they did the black on the blade and stuff. It looks really good. Great knife. I just don't like that lock stick. But it'll go away someday. Yeah, but it is kind of fidgety though because of the front flipper. Oh, but the wood is very nice on this. This is not coated, but look at that. You can see that beautiful grain. It's burl. This is wood as well. It's black, treated black. And then, yeah, it's just very pretty, gorgeous wood. I'm not a huge fan of wooden knives, but so far I love those two. They're awesome. Now let's talk about a couple of these guys. I love Tucson, you guys. This one right here is what is this? Oh man, I am a total blank here. Sorry guys, I'll have to look it up. Pulling a blank here. But anyway, this one is awesome. I can never remember numbers and names and I suck, but even though this is becoming one of my ultimate favorite, oh my god, look at outside, it's so cool. Ugh. Oh man, it stops. Never mind. Alright, anyway, there's my crappy little setup. Alright, so this guy, quickly becoming one of my favorite all-time knives because you can choke up here, but there's no choil, but it's okay because the choking up right here is perfect. They planned it. When they designed this knife, they planned it. The choil is amazing for sharpening. This sharpening choil is awesome. Plunge grind is way back here. So you're going to get a ton of life out of this blade. I love this aggressive Tonto. I think it's so gorgeous. And it's so useful too, you know. Slicing this way, using the secondary tip. I mean, this thing is perfect for so many things. Any application in my life. The pocket clip is amazing. It never gets caught up. The lock bar is easy to disengage. This knife is perfect. I love it. I'm a huge fan. The deployment method was fantastic for this knife. Absolutely perfect. So can I just say I'm so happy with this knife. And then plus you see who the designer is. Maswan Mokhtar. I mean, it's obvious. His designs are out of this world. They're truly amazing. So next we have, I was gonna do this little guy here. This is I don't know if it has a name, but it's the TS361. It's a Raihi design. I might sell it, but it's awkwardly good. I don't know how else to explain that to you guys. It's awkwardly good. This thing is, I love the blade on this one. I'm gonna get a piece of paper here. Let's see. The blade, that sheep's foot or Warncliffe, whatever you want to call it, is the perfect shape for me if I'm using a Warncliffe because it's flat. I like that it's flat. Oh, let's go down here a little bit. See, I love that. I love the choil. And the handle, it looks weird, but it actually works. It fits, you know. It has great ergos for a handle that looks like that. And I never, ever. Anyway, it came very sharp. There we go. It came very sharp. This one did not come as sharp as they normally do. So I was kind of surprised about that, but The top is sharp, but the bottom isn't that sharp. So anyway, that's an easy fix. And that barely ever happens to me with Tucson. So anyway, I might be selling the 361, but I'm still not sure. It is kind of cool. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Do you like the 361? Do you like Raihi designs? Are there any designs you would recommend? I had another Raihi design before, and it was much larger than this. It was the only I had to sell it because it had this futuristic, really cool look. I don't remember the number of it, but it had this really cool futuristic look to it. And I couldn't disengage the lock bar to save my life. It was so thick and strong. I could not even, I could not work with that knife. So I don't know if maybe I didn't have the muscle memory then, that I do now, because this one's relatively thick. But maybe it's just about, playing with knives over the years. You get little muscles in your hands that you don't really think about, because sometimes when something's hard to disengage with my right hand, my left hand will do it easily. So there's different muscle memories in your hands, So that is this one. What do you guys think of this one? It's interesting, right? He has this, I don't know, it's it just reminds me of alien writing, It's kind of cool in that way. It's just, I'm not sure if this is really up my alley of design. It's kind of cool though. I don't know. I'm so struggling with that. Just to mention though, this one is Cevidi, the Chevalier, the Chevy Cavalier. This thing is so nice. I definitely recommend this knife. You can easily finger flick it. I still want to get the other one that they just came out with. It's a drop point or a spear point. Not sure. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's a contender or something. Anyway, but this is the Cavalier, Chevalier, and great button lock. Cevidi has nailed it with the button locks, and I think that they're keeping up with the traffic, if you know what I'm saying, with the Kaiser, everybody else, Kubi, Kaiser, Tucson even, Petrified Fish is blowing it up. Everybody has their name in the game this year, and it's because they're all individually doing something that nobody else is doing. So everybody is buying everybody. You know what I'm saying? I hope you do. Because that comes out a little weird. So, yeah, but this thing's freaking awesome. And the Altus, both of them have been masterpieces. They're gorgeous. This stonewash, I'm going to say that's a light stonewash. It is gorgeous. I love the shape of the blade. It's just so nice. The button locks on both the Altus and this are fantastic. Neither one has ever stuck, ever. And I definitely recommend them. They're great button lock budget brands, or budget knives. So you guys grab one while you can, if you can. So there's that one. And then I have an honorable mention. Like I said, Petrified Fish. They're blowing it up this year. This is awesome. I love this one. This is Bushhorn Designs. I'm trying to remember this. I love this little symbol. But yeah, Bushhorn Designs or something. Petrified Fish did it right with this one because they killed it. They killed the market. They threw out this beluga here and killed the market because everybody wanted it. As soon as people started getting belugas in their hands, they sold out immediately. That's because this one just has great neutral ergos. It's great for everyday use, but it's also great for heavy use. It looks good, especially this colorway is my new favorite. I do like the all blacked out version, but man, this is great, micarta. Let me just show you. It's really, really done well. Very nice, very comfortable handle, and I think anybody would agree with me. It is so neutral and it just fits. There's the front flipper that you can reach around and pull. It has a great, oh yeah, the plunge grind is way back here, so you have all that life. It has the fuller, and not only is it decorative, it is usable. It's beautiful. Look at this. Gorgeous. And then this is the way jimping on a front flipper should be. That is the way it should be. Not like that. You see the difference there? It's so, like, it's just blatantly different. Even this one, sorry Tucson, but this one, sorry Tepe, but you needed to go all the way around. Sorry dude, I love your stuff though. But yeah, this is great. I love this. I love that this is for the most part completely ambidextrous, because you can put the clip on the other side with ease, and I love the fact that you screw it in, so it's basically part of the frame. I just love this. I love the way they built it. It's great build quality. Now, in the action, forget it. It's phenomenal. That's one thing though that I have noticed. It's really off-centered. It's not loose though, but I think if I just take it apart, clean it and put it back together, most likely it will be fine. It's probably it needs a slight adjustment, that's all. So I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, this is just my random rant for you guys today. So yeah, all 27 plus minutes. So anyway, that's it.